Have you guys heard about what's going on in Aurora, Colorado?
I mean, they're taking over the city, they're taking over apartment complexes. And this is happening all over, just not Colorado, but the Colorado thing caught the imagination because there were many of them with the biggest weapons that you've ever seen.
So this is a gang from Venezuela called Tren de Agua, and what happened in Venezuela is the government let a bunch of these dudes out of prison and sent them to go across the border, to come over here. Thanks, Venezuela. And now they're taking over whole apartment complexes out there in Aurora, Colorado, and they're doing a lot of damage in New York. And El Paso, Texas is on high alert right now because of how much damage they're doing out there. But America already has its own organizations and criminal elements, and none of them are taking too kindly to any of this. One in specifically who's been rumored to be stepping up, and we're going to talk about that right now, is the Hells Angels. So the Hells Angels are one of the first and one of the most powerful biker MCs on the entire planet. And if they're coming for you, it's already guaranteed that you need to stop, drop, roll, dig a little hole, crawl inside it, and probably die before they get their hands on you. I've worked with some of these dudes and they were great to do business with because they acted very professionally, but they are definitely no joke and you do not want to piss these dudes off. And the internet is exploding with rumors right now that the Hells Angels are on their way to Aurora, Colorado to deal with Tren de Agua. So let's get into this and see what we can figure out, if there's any truth to that or if there's not, and what we think is going to happen when they face off with these Venezuelans.
Right now, Aurora police officers, they're patrolling areas of suspected gang activity, and that includes this apartment building. This is the one at Dallas Street and 12th Avenue, where Venezuelan gang members have been caught on camera with guns breaking into units.
Wait. I thought none of this was actually happening, and everybody who was saying anything about what was going on is a racist. What happened? Oh yeah, that's right. We caught it on video. It went national news, and now Trump and Kamala Harris are both talking about this, and it's just been established as a fact, and even the governor is talking about it. Funny how that works, huh?
Now, so much of this has been the focus of national attention this week. We have been reporting on this at the local level for weeks, but police now say they're there as well, engaging with residents.
Thank God. Nobody's going to have to shoot their own dog because now the cops are there to do it for them. But to be completely fair, I'm pretty sure that the cops have known that this was a real life thing for at least a couple of weeks because they had a shootout with them. And it was established that the higher ups in this organization have put a green light for them to attack any cops who tried to stop or pursue them while they were committing crimes.
Aurora leaders say the city, it's a safe place to live, to work, to shop.
Hey, Jax, they said it's completely safe to live in Aurora. Should we go buy a house there? Yeah, this doesn't look super safe to me either.
The video shows a group of men walking up a stairwell at the edge of Lowry apartment complex in Aurora. All of them appear to be carrying rifles and handguns, and the video shot earlier this month.
So I think at this point we've clearly established that if you are an American, if you are a law-abiding citizen, if you're even an American criminal, these dudes have now become the ops. So let's talk about the unsung heroes of this situation who are stepping in and are going to be doing something about this. The Hells Angels. And the internet has been flooded with rumors at this point that this is going to happen, but I have actually gotten in touch with someone who is an actual Hells Angel in the state of Colorado, and I'm going to tell you what they said. Now, the first thing that you need to understand is that if the Hells Angels want to move on these dudes in Colorado, they do not have to flood in from other states. Colorado already has multiple chapters of the Hells Angels that are there, they're ready, and they're equipped to handle business if that's what they want to do. Now, could they call in backup? Absolutely, 100%. But each chapter would have to vote on that because that's the way that they work. They have autonomy. It's not all just run by one centralized government in their organization. What my contact on the inside in Colorado has told me is that they have plans to roll up. Nothing more, nothing less. And that's a direct quote. And of course, that's an intentionally vague statement, which I would expect nothing less, because what you have to understand about these organizations is they're under constant surveillance and they're always under the threat of RICO Act, which would not only affect them, but affect their brotherhood worldwide. But what does that actually mean? All I can say on that is, if you know, you know. And a big shout out, love and respect to all the homies out there in Colorado. I'm not going to get too deep into their politics. It's not really my business. I am not a member of their their organization. But what I will say is that there is the potential for this to go higher and higher and escalate if these ops want to escalate the situation with them. In fact, other chapters from around the country have already issued a public warning to this Venezuelan gang if they don't stop, cease and desist, like immediately.
Let this be a lesson to the gang members in Aurora, Colorado. Please heed my warning. I did 10 years in the joint in the state of Kentucky. I'm telling you right now, the people that are coming, known as the Hells Angels, are not to be fucked with. You are getting ready to have a large swarm of men who are like-minded, brotherhood-driven, and will not govern themselves by the laws in which that you think that they will. You are getting ready to have wars that you have never experienced in your life. And people that live on a certain side of the law may be perceived as whatever, but I promise you this, we know that you're taking advantage of defenseless people. You will be the ones calling the law, because you do not want men like me and the people that we associate with to descend upon you. Because we will not care about evidence, we will not care about any of that shit. There will be guns, there will be knives, and there will be no more time for questions. Please leave before you force the hand of a power that you do not know the extent of how far it reaches. If you try to meet them with any type of resistance, you will die. You will die in the street. They are gonna fuck you up.
Now, I don't know about y'all, but I got that message loud and clear. I was absolutely picking up what he was putting down. I think he spelled that out absolutely perfectly. And if these dudes don't listen, I promise you, these are those ones, man. And then we need to talk about the possibilities beyond that. Because if they have any problem taking them out, the Hells Angels, there are other organizations that will step in and band with the Hells Angels. I know a lot of these people are outside of the law. That's what outlaws are. People that live outside of the law. And a lot of them have their own inner squabbles, but when it comes down to it, we are all Americans, and we do not want to see innocent people within our communities taken advantage of and done dirty the way that these people from the outside are. There are bitter rivalries between certain MCs. I'm not going to get into which ones. That's not my business, because I am not a patch member of any of these MCs. But I can tell you that there is a high likelihood that they would set that aside to be able to take care of the business that needs to be handled out in Colorado, in New York, in Santa Fe, all across this country if need be. And these dudes would step in and handle what needs to be handled in the way that the police are not allowed to do. If things keep going in the direction that they've been going, there is a very high likelihood that we would have a war between American outlaws and the intruders who have managed to infiltrate our country with bad intentions.
I already know somebody's going to call Cap and say that any outlaw biker is just a scumbag or a criminal, so I want to show you this and let you know.
Biker build off. Here we go. Down here building bikes at the clubhouse for the toy run. A lot more bikes to build. Feel free to come on down tonight and build some bikes. Greatly appreciated. Getting excited to see these kids' faces and give them their bikes.
Some of these chapters are out here in real life doing more for their community than a lot of these churches out here on these streets. They just live a different type of lifestyle, they're big on their freedoms, and they have more flexible views on the laws. Now, in past videos where I've talked about the security risks and having our borders wide open, I've had quite a few people try to call me a racist. Fuck you, buddy. What race is people that are illegally migrating over here with bad intentions? It sounds to me like you've got some race pigeonholed on that. I'm talking about literally everybody. Anybody who comes over here trying to perpetrate against our communities. I don't care if they're white, I don't care if they're black, I don't care if they're purple or green. If you are a scumbag coming over here to break the law and victimize our community, you are a piece of shit. Let's talk about how we got here for a second. Let me ask you guys a question. Try not to be smooth-brained about this when you ponder this, but do you lock your fucking door at your house? Do you lock your door in your car when you leave your car? Do you understand why you do that? Why are locked doors important? Do you think that it's not important to lock the doors on our nation when we have so many enemies all around the world? And now we have military-age men flooding through the border 24/7, and you think that that's just cool, man? You think that that's cool, and you want to buy this party line saying that people who are against this are somehow inherently against other races? America is a beautiful melting pot, and there's a process to come over here legally, become a part of our society, and integrate into that society in a productive way. And if you've come here to live outside of that, and you've come here to victimize people that are American citizens, I've got some news for you, bud. This is America, and we are going to fight back. And if our own government isn't willing to do what it takes to keep the American citizens safe and have our backs, but the Hells Angels are, I think I know exactly whose side I'm on. What about you guys? What do you guys think about all this? Please let me know in the comments. Thank you for riding out with us tonight. And until the next one, be good or be good at it, baby. One love.